In this episode of Remote Trigonometry, we'll be working on a vector problem in which you have an object that you're pulling up a ramp and you're trying to figure out what is the minimum force needed to keep that object from sliding back down the ramp, or equivalently, what's the minimum force needed to move it forward. I mean, it's kind of the breaking point either way. So in this case, we have a 1,200 pound boat or object that's on a ramp. And so gravity is working straight downward. So that 1,200 pounds is a straight vertical downward force. The ramp is 20 degrees tilt. And notice the right triangle that we actually form from that situation. So the ramp is tilting up this way at 20 degrees. When I draw the perpendicular to the ramp, this angle here is 20 degrees, and then this angle is 90 minus 20, or 70 degrees. And so you can either work with this angle or this angle. I think this angle actually kind of makes a little bit more sense, because what you're really trying to find is you're trying to find how much of that gravity force is right along the ramp. That's what you're trying to find. So cosine of an angle is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. And in this case, the hypotenuse is the straight vertical force of the weight, and the adjacent side is the little segment of that right triangle that's right along the ramp. So let's use cosine in that 70 degree angle. So cosine of 70 degrees is going to be the force that we're actually trying to find over the 1,200 pounds. So 1,200 times cosine of 70 degrees will equal the force that we're trying to find. So in this case, if I type that into my calculator, make sure that your calculator's in degree mode because we're actually working in degrees, we end up with a force of 410.42 pounds. So something or someone would have to pull at a minimum of 410.42 pounds to keep that boat from sliding down the ramp or to get it to move. Again, that's kind of the breaking point. So to actually move it, you're going to have to pull slightly harder than that to keep it from, if it was sliding down, it means that you're pulling slightly less than that amount. So that's the minimum amount that's going to kind of keep it fixed.